Hi guys! In the last video, we talked about basic methods to factor polynomials using the greatest common factor. Today, I'm going to show you another method of factoring called the formula method. There are two different formulas used in factorization. One is the difference of squares, and the other is the perfect square formula. Don't panic if you have never heard of them. They are not as difficult as they sound. The formula difference of squares is a squared minus b squared equals the quantity of a plus b times the quantity of a minus b. It means that the difference between the square of two numbers equals the product of the sum of the two numbers and the difference of them. Let's try this method in some examples. X squared minus 4. 4 is the square of 2. So we can directly apply the square difference formula directly. X squared minus 4 equals the quantity of x plus 2 times the quantity of x minus 2. Let's look at another example. 2x squared minus 18. At first glance, it seems the formula of the difference of squares cannot be applied to this because 18 is not the square of an integer. But if we look closer, we will see they have a common factor 2. We can factor out the 2 and get 2 times the quantity of x squared minus 9. Aha! Now we have a 9 here, which is the square of 3. Then we can apply the formula of the difference of squares and get 2 times the quantity of x plus 3 times the quantity of x minus 3. You see, when factoring, we first decide if there is a common factor in each term. If there is, factor out the common factor, then apply other methods later. Next, I'm going to show you the two forms of the perfect square formula and how to use them in factoring. The first form of the perfect square formula is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared equals the quantity of a plus b squared. Let's try this formula out with some examples, like this. X squared plus 6x plus 9. Here 9 is the square of 3. 6x equals 2 times 3x. Apply the perfect square formula to it. We get x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals the quantity of x plus 3 squared. Let's look at a more complicated example. 5x squared plus 10x plus 5. How do we factor this? We first factor out the common factor 5. Then we get 5 times the quantity of x squared plus 2x plus 1. Obviously, we can apply the perfect square formula to factor x squared plus 2x plus 1 into the quantity of x plus 1 squared. So the result is 5 times the quantity of x plus 1 squared. Another form of the perfect square is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared equals the quantity of a minus b squared. It means the difference of two squared numbers minus 2 times of their product equal the square of their difference. Keep in mind that 2ab here is a negative term. In the first form, 2ab is a positive term. We must look at the sign before 2ab, then decide which formula we can use. Let's try out some examples with this formula. X squared minus 8x plus 16. 16 is the square of 4. 8x equals 2 times 4 times x. So we can directly apply the perfect square formula to get the result. The quantity of x minus 4 squared. Okay, let's try one more complicated example. 2x squared minus 8x plus 8. First factor out the common factor 2. 2 times the quantity of x squared minus 4x plus 4. 4 is the square of 2. Negative 4x equals negative 2 times x. Because it is a negative term, the result is 2 times the quantity of x minus 2 squared. It's easy, right? Practice makes perfect. Here are some more exercises for you to try on your own. Check for the answers at the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the new methods of factoring today. We're going to show you more methods. Stay tuned. If you have any questions, leave your comments below or email us at questions@beat-math.com. We will try to answer your questions in a future video, and the most common questions will be given priority in our next video. If you want to learn more, subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click the bell button to turn on notifications, so when we answer your question in our future video, you'll be notified. See you next time.